Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene. My name is Ona Chambers. I'm one of our practitioners, and today I'm going to lead you in a meditation. All you have to do is sit back in your chair, breathe, and relax. And I'm going to read to you from Mark Nepo's Book of Awakening. I'm going to read one of his entries that I particularly like, and I think it might help you. I always pick ones that I need to hear anyhow. So hopefully you need to hear the same one I need to hear. Today's is called The Pain of Becoming. And this is just a little sentence or two here. For the flower, it is fully open at each step of its blossoming. We do ourselves a great disservice by judging where we are in comparison to some final destination. This is one of the pains of aspiring to become something. The stage of development we are in is always seen against the imagined landscape of what we are striving for. So where we are, though closer all the time, is never quite enough. The simple rose, at each moment of its slow blossoming, is as open as it can be. The same is true of our lives. In each stage of our unfolding, we are as stretched as possible. For the human heart is quite slow to blossom, and it is only seen as lacking when compared to the imagined lover or father or mother we'd like to become. It helps to see ourselves as flowers. If a flower were to push itself open faster, which it can't, it would tear. Yet we humans can and often do push ourselves. Often we tear in places no one can see. When we push ourselves to unfold faster or more deeply than is natural, we thwart ourselves. For nature takes time, and most of our problems of will stem from impatience. Before my experience with cancer, I was sorely driven as an artist. I pushed myself greatly. I think the creative impulse was deep and irrepressible in me, and ultimately healthy. But it was my secret need to achieve some sort of greatness that made me press until something began to rip. It was the unending, relentless push to measure up, and quickly, against some imagined form of myself that made the flower of my mind tear. I do not believe that people bring cancer on themselves. But I do believe that wherever we weaken ourselves, that part will give way to illness first. It was not by accident that the cancer struck the creative side of my brain. Perhaps one of the hardest remedies to accept for our pain of becoming is that wherever we are in our path, no matter how flawed or incomplete, is a blossoming unto itself. However much we've done at the end of the day, it is more than enough. It is dream becoming truth. Keeping your eyes closed now, meditate on a simple yellow rose that is in bud. Breathe fully, and do not wait for the rose to fully open to see its beauty. Rather, focus on the yellow petals about to open. See them in all their beauty now. Now, breathe deeply and look upon yourself as such a rose. Do not wait for some imagined end to see your own beauty. Inhale and appreciate the beauty of yourself about to open. Now gently bring yourself back into the space that you are in. Feel your back against your chair, your feet on the floor, and become aware again of your breathing, the air around you, and the room you are in. Take your time, and when you are ready, open your eyes, feeling refreshed and cheerful and content with your new knowledge of yourself. We will begin our service at 10:30, which is in approximately 15 minutes from now. So stand by for our next transmission. And thank you for joining us today. Bye-bye.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. There you are.
Morning.
We want you to sing with us on this. I'll sing it to you once. It's very simple. You'll get it. And then you will echo after me and echo after Z. And like that, you'll just be led through. Simple, simple.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. That's it. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. After me, Spirit loves me. I know that Spirit loves me. That's a fact. Yeah, I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. Yeah, when I'm down, I turn to you. When I'm down, you pull me through. Yeah, I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. Yes, I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. Yeah.
All alone, feeling broken, I don't know where to go. Got a feeling if I'm willing, Spirit's opening the door. So I'm asking, passing time while I'm crashing in a last sad gasp of confusion. And it's slow, a little knowing that won't let go. Can't ignore it and you know I won't, 'cause it's growing in the open. No more hoping now. Spirit holds my soul and says you gotta let me love you now. You are worthy of this love, so why not let me love you now? You are worthy of this love. Yeah.
I surrender every little thing. I surrender. Hear me sing. I wanna hear you sing. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. Yes, I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. Worthy. I am worthy of this love. I am worthy of this love. Yes, I am worthy of this love. Woohoo! Good morning. Say hello to those around you. Your community.
So sorry.
It's all right. You're working it. It was perfectly fine.
Selling things. Oh no, we're supposed to start at 10:27. We started at 10:28. So it's an hour late.
Will you tell me when to tell them to start singing? Oh, now? All right, we're going to sing another one. And the words are going to be on the screen. Join me in singing as I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me. My heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. Feel free to harmonize. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me. Everything. My heart is open. I am free. I open to all that is. my knees. I surrender. I am peace. We'll sing it one more time as I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me. My heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. Beautiful.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hi. Ooh, ooh. And hello to everyone joining us from home remotely. Hi, Nan. Hi, Dan, we love you. So welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Danu. I'm a practitioner student here and have worn many different hats over the years here. So I'm really happy to be here with you this morning. If it's your first time joining us, we have a sheet in the lobby here you can fill out. If you give us our contact info, you can get signed up with our weekly email newsletter. The newsletter will keep you up to date with all the awesome service opportunities we have here, classes, workshops, opportunities to volunteer and step up. So please check that out. And yeah, happy November, everyone. I'm so thankful to have a big full room here and have some very special guests today. And at this center, we empower each other through the power of oneness. And I have never felt a greater sense of being lifted into power, into love, than being in a whole room of people that believe in oneness and practice what they preach. So that's why we're all here today. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to share with you our global vision for this month. We envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of life. And now I'd like to welcome up our practitioner of the day, Ona Chambers. And we're going to sing a song with you.
We are one, and in this unity we all live in harmony, and peace has come, for we are one. We are one. We are one. We are you. You are me. We are one, and in this unity we all live in harmony, and peace has come, for we are one.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ona Chambers, one of our practitioners, and I'm going to lead you in an affirmative prayer. In case there's anyone listening that doesn't know what an affirmative prayer is, it's a prayer where we affirm that the gifts that we want are already given, and we just have to reach out and accept them for ourselves. So I'm going to speak this prayer in the first person because we are all one. And so when I say I mean everyone here and everyone listening at home. If you're comfortable doing so, sit back in your chair, begin to relax. Let go of everything it took to get here and be in this very moment right now. I realize and know with no doubt at all that we are all of God, that God is everything. We all come from God, we're all expressions of God, and God is that all-powerful energy, that loving, intelligent energy that has created everything out of itself. And as I am created out of the God stuff, I share with God all of its qualities, the love, the joy, the happiness that comes from that. And right now, as I am expressing this God, I accept these gifts. And I accept the gift of being here in this companionship with the people of this community, this loving, supportive community that lifts each other up and never judges, that is always there for one another. And the service today will uplift me and teach me if I open my heart and my mind to that. So I, in this very moment, take time to soften and feel the divine within me, that divine that's always there that I ignore sometimes. I allow it to expand in me. I allow it to open my heart and open my mind and make me completely receptive to the music, the talks, the comments that other people might make. I open to this whole beautiful, warm, loving experience today and know that I will be benefited. I will grow. I will hear something that will strike a note in me, and I know that that is the thing I will focus on. I am so grateful for this community and the tools that it provides me with. And I place this word now into the law, which always says yes, and I know it is already done. This will be a wonderful experience. Say with me now, and so it is. Thank you.
And I'd like to share with you all now our affirmation for the month of November. I will read it once aloud for you, and then if you choose, you can repeat it once more with me out loud. The hero's journey begins and ends at home. My ultimate destination is a return to the truth of who I am. Say it with me. The hero's journey begins and ends at home. My ultimate destination is a return to the truth of who I am. And we have some lovely guest speakers today, Melissa and Z. The title of their talk today is Who You Gonna Call? And just to tell you a little bit about our guests, Reverend Dr. Melissa Felipe and Reverend Z. Egloff are longtime students and teachers of consciousness and transformation. They are both ordained ministers with Centers for Spiritual Living, holding master's degrees from Holmes Institute. Z also holds a master's in spiritual psychology, and Melissa has an honorary doctorate for her contributions to the field of New Thought music. Melissa and Z are the founders of Oh My God Life, an online, oh my God Life, an online and traveling ministry. At their virtual home, ohmygodlife.com, they offer videos, music, books, classes, and more. They also speak, perform, and facilitate workshops and retreats worldwide. So thank you so much, Melissa and Z. And they are also, as you saw, our guest musicians for today. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone at home. We're happy to be back. It's been 5 years, I believe, since we've been here in person. I'm thinking I don't hear Melissa.
I think it's up. There
we
it
go.
is.
Okay. So are y'all up for doing some moves and some stuff? All right. So we like when people do things with us. So check it out. Here's how it's going to go. It's a call and response. So I'll go first, you go after. So we're going to clarify, magnify, and then when I say occupy, you say occupy your faith. Not occupy your face, although feel free to do that. So occupy your faith. And then we're going to glorify, testify, fortify your faith. That's a mouthful, right? Fortify your faith. All right.
Fortify your faith.
That's it. That's part 1 of 57. I'm not kidding.
Well done.
No, I am kidding.
I'm going to have you sing with me too, if you will. Oh, that's that thing. I'm going to have you.
Never mind.
Sorry, long story. My mother used to do that. I'm going to have you, and then she'd give me these lists of chores. I'm just going to have you. I'm going to have you sing with me in the song, but to learn it, you can echo me, and you'll sing, fortify, fortify, fortify your faith, fortify. Okay, and then you can do this little thing that I just automatically seem to want to do here, which is fortify. Fortify your faith. That's it. It'll be clear when it comes in, and you all sing so well and nicely. It's so good.
And we are so grateful today to be playing with Matt and Mo. That's nothing more fun than playing with stellar live musicians.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So let's go. Oh, yeah. When I was a child, a little bitty baby child, I didn't believe in nothing. Faith is for suckers, I told myself. People who are weak, people who need help. But all around me, everyone would say, you gotta believe, you gotta pray. Believing in nothing ain't no way. Here's what you gotta do each and every day. You gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
Oh, you've got to fortify your faith. You've got to fortify your faith. Yeah.
Time went on, and I grew up. I started to question. I said, what's up with my life, the world, the universe, and how things work? Why am I here? Tell me now, what's my worth? I started to notice synchronicities and a power beyond what I could see. Next thing I knew, I heard Spirit say, here's what you gotta do. Each and every day, you gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith, and then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
Oh, you've got to fortify your faith. You've got to fortify your faith. You can do it. Make it stronger. Just pay attention. There's no need to waste. Fortify your faith. Yeah.
Now I know. Now I see.
Now I
The
see.
faith is so much bigger than me. It starts in the heart and grows and grows. Where it stops, God only knows. So if you're down, if you're blue, remember the Spirit is bigger than you. Let it hold you, mold you, take you, shape you. And here is all you have to do. You gotta clarify, magnify, Fortify.
Magnify.
Occupy.
Occupy
Occupy your
your
faith. And then you gotta glorify.
Glorify.
Testify.
Testify.
Fortify. Fortify your faith.
Fortify.
Oh yeah, you gotta clarify.
Clarify.
Magnify.
Magnify.
Occupy. Occupy your faith.
yeah.
And then you gotta glorify.
Glorify.
Testify.
Testify.
Fortify.
Fortify. Fortify. You've got to fortify. Fortify. Fortify your faith. Oh, you've got to fortify. Fortify. Fortify your faith. Again, you've got to believe. Fortify. Fortify.
Fortify. Fortify.
Yeah.
Fortify.
You've got to
Fortify.
fortify your faith.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you all. Fortify your faith. So, how do we fortify our faith anyway? Well, coming here is one thing, right? Spiritual community. Melissa and I have a method we use, a path that we use to fortify our faith. And that's what we want to share with you today. It's called the I-thou relationship. When I say that, does anyone know what I mean when I say that? I-thou? Oh, excellent. Not many people. That's good. We can mold you to our ideas. All right. So the I-thou relationship in the simplest sense of the word is a relationship with spirit, right? But we're metaphysicians, and we know that spirit is in me and it's everywhere. And so how do you have a relationship with that? I mean, when I was a kid, spirit was always just called God, and God was really specific. It's a very specific lane, right? It was a white, cisgender male, vintage cloud dweller, who occasionally went off his meds, right? Like, pretty inconsistent, that dude. And like, I was supposed to have a relationship with that, right? Like, that never worked for me. So now here we are, we're modern metaphysicians. We have a different conception of God. We might not even like the word God, because medication. So we just, it's different now. So what does that look like? How do we build a relationship with spirit? And what happens when we do? That's what we want to talk about today. How does that sound? Yeah. Good? Okay. Melissa is going to get us started. Melissa?
So when I was a child growing up, we went to church every Sunday. Every Sunday. I think my mom just liked to dress us up. But anyway, we went to church every Sunday. And this church had only one version of God. And it was that version that Z just described, right? And didn't feel that great for me. But I didn't really notice. And in the 6th grade, I got moved schools. It was a good idea that I got moved schools. And I got moved to the school that was at the church, where I went to church every Sunday. So now I went to church 6 days a week. Monday through Friday, every morning, the entire school started in the church. And we had a service, and then we went to class. And then on Sundays, we went to church, and I sat in that church. So I was hearing more and more about this dude, right? And 6th grade, right? So 7th and 8th grade, that's around the time, we start to think for ourselves. We start to notice what our parents are saying and think about whether we agree and like that, right? Have our own ideas and stuff. So I'm hearing about this version of God that is all loving. I did hear that. All loving. And then as I start to figure out what they're saying, I'm realizing they're also saying that my best friend, Donna Abrahams, is going to go to hell because she's Jewish. Okay, so that didn't really make sense to me. God is all loving, and my best friend's going to hell because she's Jewish. So put that together and make it make sense. No. So what happened for me at that point in my life is my reaction to this was rage. It was my reaction to a lot of things, honestly, back then. But that specifically. As a matter of fact, I'll really never know how much that rage is what fueled the fact that at the age of 13, I became a full-blown drug addict. Yeah. Now, the good news is, the bad news is, or the sad news for me is that during all those years of using, I wanted no relationship with anything spiritual at all because that's what I thought it was, right? So I just threw it all out. But the good news is that on July 31st, 33 years ago plus, I got clean. And one day at a time, I have stayed clean. And during those years, then I started hearing about a different version of spirit, of God, right? Started learning about new thought, actually. I mean, soon after becoming clean, I came to these kind of places. And I started hearing about this version of God that is spirit, God as everything. And if it's everything and everywhere all the time, it's also right here. And it's in Donna Abrahams too, right? So this did not bother me. This really worked for me. Now, I was not hearing about God as a you, some aspect that I could pray to, have relationship, talk to. It was more just, it's everywhere, including right here, right? It was not like, so since then, I've learned there's this theory, this way of looking at it that is actually Ken Wilber. He's a current, still alive metaphysical philosopher, spiritual philosopher. And he talks about the three faces of the divine. There's one. Face number one is we, the all. Everything, everywhere, all the time, all that is, all that's ever been, all we. Face number one. Face number two, because spirit is everywhere all the time, it's I. It's this version of me, of you. Where you are is this power, this presence, this one divine essence. It's right where you are. This is truth, right? And then there is a third face of the divine that I really liked hearing about from him, which is spirit as you. Spirit as you, this quote unquote outside of me that I can have a conversation with, I can ask for things, I can talk, I can listen to, I can have communication. And in our world of metaphysics, we get to embrace the paradox and become friends with the reality that when I'm having this conversation with you, spirit, it's also right here. It is not outside of me only. It is all that is and right here, and I can have conversation with it. So there is that dimension of you-ness, but that you-ness is I and we, right? It's such a beautiful, mind-boggling thing, but that's the reality of spirit because it's everywhere all the time. And what I found is that when I brought in you to my relationship with spirit, it added like this three-dimensional experience of spirituality to me. This was like not that long ago, y'all. I was already a practitioner. I was in ministerial school, and Z and I were both in ministerial school together. And we took this class, and in this class, we did this guided meditation. In the guided meditation, the person asked us to go to a place, where you're safe and comfortable and be in the presence of the allness, the one, the spiritual reality of all things. And be there. And then after a while, the guide asked us to ask spirit, the essence of all that is, what is the name that is my perfect name, my personal name for you? What would I call you that is my name for you, God? And I heard this answer that was like from a movie, like the all. And I wept. I mean, it was like the all. It was so mine. It was so resonated with my whole being. So what happened is the next morning I went for my walk where I pray, And I started walking. And all before this, I had started my walk, and I said, you know, there's only one power, one presence. This power is right where I am, and blah, blah, blah. And I went on from there. But this day, I said, good morning, thee all. And I felt my heart crack open and my whole body chills and opened, and it just was very different, a very different experience. It went from being my head to my heart and my whole entire being. And so ever since then, I have prayed thusly, right? So after years of praying this way, it started to feel kind of cumbersome. You know, God is nice and short, but the all is just kind of a little long, right? So one morning I'm walking, and I'm thinking about this, and I say to the all, you know, it's just beginning to feel a little long for me to always call you by your full name. Maybe if it's okay with you, I don't want to be offensive or anything, but maybe I could just shorten it and use the first 2 letters and call you Ta. And I heard again the voice, like from the sky or something, right? Reverberate through my being, and it said, I do not care what you call me. So I became deeply intimate with Ta, my name for spirit. Sometimes the all, sometimes Ta, if I'm into using the nickname. So you know how when you're friends with somebody, you get to know them really well. After a while, you just have a nickname that kind of comes up, right? In our relationship, with my wife Bend at home, wife Bend, yeah. Z is not Z. Z is baby. And I to Z am baby. And if either of us we are somewhere and we hear one another call each other by our name, like I'm in the other room and I hear Melissa, I know I'm in trouble. Yeah. Something has happened and I'm about to hear about it, right? This is what happens as we deepen in intimacy in relationships. And how do we do that? Spending time together and communicating, talking and listening. And then there is this deepened intimacy. And you know how you're really good friends? You hear their voice, you know immediately, like you know it's them, and you turn. Or the phone rings and you don't have to even look at the phone to know who it is on the other line. You know that voice. And so with spirit, as we deepen in our connection, in our intimacy, we recognize that voice more fully, more easily. Then we don't get as confused about, you know, is that me? Is that my little self? Or is that spirit telling me, get up and go over there and do that thing? So we have this intimacy. So we have these 3 hacks that we suggest that will possibly improve your experience of this practice of deepening this relationship with spirit. So 1 is to set your intention. So always it starts with intention, right? So if you decide, okay, today you hear this talk and you say, it seems like a good idea to get more close, a closer walk with thee, to deepen my intimacy with spirit. I'm going to do that. That's step 1. Hack, or step number 2, is to do what we experienced that was so beautiful for both of us, each of us, in that class, is go into a deep space with spirit, and then from that deep place, ask spirit, what is the name that you have for me, my personal name for you, my perfect name for you? And over time, of course, it might turn into a nickname. And that you just let that happen, right? And lastly, a prayer. So the thing is that, you know, we metaphysicians, we like to pray for things. We pray all the time for things, right? We come into these rooms and we start praying for people and parking places and things, and then we pray for a deeper walk with spirit, right? It changes what we pray for, but we're used to praying for things, and what we're suggesting is that you pray to spirit for a deeper walk with spirit. Let me hear you. Let me feel you. Let me know you. Let me know myself as you more fully. That is hack or step number 3. The thing is about this step is when we pray for that, and we get answered prayer, because that's what happens. We get answered prayer, right? Well, everything else is covered. Because with this closer walk, we are guided more constantly. We know what is ours to do and say, and not ours to do and not ours to say. And I'd like to just add, because my personal experience, not ours to eat or ours to eat. We know what is our right thing by deepening this relationship. And that right thing always leads to our greater good, what in every area of life. So as we deepen our relationship, it covers everything else. Every other prayer is handled by just asking Spirit for a deeper walk with it. And so to talk more about that walk and our experiences with it, I give you my wife, Reverend Baby.
Oh, good. Okay. That's good. That means I'm not in trouble. All right. I love the I-thou relationship, and one of my favorite things about it is getting downloads from Spirit. I'm imagining a lot of y'all know what I mean, right? And I just find the more I'm on this journey, the closer I get to my intuition, and the better I can hear downloads from the divine. When Melissa and I were just about to graduate from ministerial school, I received this one particular download from Spirit that really changed our lives and changed our ministry. And I'd like to share it with you, but first, in order for the download to make sense, because I often get downloads like in metaphors, so in order for the metaphor to make sense, I have to tell you a story about a cat. Okay, so this was several decades ago. I was going through a bad breakup, and I decided that what I needed to help me get through was a kitty cat, because I'd lost the cat in the breakup, right? And I needed a cat. And every cat I'd ever had before then had come to me. You know how cats choose you, right? I've had them show up at work, or a friend said, "Can you please take this cat?" Or one showed up at the back door of our house all wet in the rain, like that kind of stuff. So I'm like, Spirit, please bring me my cat. And it didn't happen. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting. No cat. So finally I said, okay, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And I go to an animal shelter. And I go to the room with all the cats. All the cats were in one room. I don't know why the cats put up with that, probably because they had to. There was like 30 cats all together in one room. And I go and I find this adorable little tortoiseshell kitty. And I pick her up and I say, oh, she's perfect. I want this cat. And the staff said, I'm so sorry. She's taken. It's already accounted for. But here's another one who looks just like her. So I go over to cat number 2 and I pick her up and pet her for about 30 seconds. And then she bites me. So I put her down and I say, I'll take her. I wanted my cat, and I wanted my cat now. So I'm like, I'm going to take this cat. It's going to be great. Well, I couldn't. That wasn't not so fast, because this animal shelter had rules. The first rule was I had to give them 2 references, and they had to call both people and talk to them to make sure that I was proper pet owner. Actually, Jay Leno used to say, dogs have owners, cats have staff. So they had to make sure I was proper cat staff material, right? So I give them my references, they call both of them, I'm approved. But then the next step was I had to sign these papers. And in the papers I signed said, A, I will never return this cat to you, and B, I will never give this cat to anyone else ever, because that person's not properly vetted to be cat staff, right? So I had never had this before, right? I mean, never so many hoops to jump through to get the cat, but it's just like, I want this cat, I need my cat now, so yes, I'll sign your papers. Sign the papers, bring the cat home, I name her Lucy. 3 days later, a friend of mine calls me and says, I found you the perfect cat. Now, she said, you gotta go check out this cat. This is your cat, you gotta go check it out. So I go to this pet store. It's really close to my house. There's an orange male kitty there. I love orange male kitties. He's adorable. He doesn't bite me like crazy. Super easy to adopt. They're like, you want him, you've got him. Now, this was not my plan. The plan was one cat, but this one was dropped in my lap. So I said, okay, I'll do it. I'll bring him home. I bring the kitty home. I name him Max. So now I have Lucy and Max, and there's only one problem, which is that Lucy and Max hate each other, especially Lucy hated Max, like wanted nothing to do with him. They were driving me crazy. I'm in a really small place. I'm taking them both to a vet at the time, and the vet says, well, you know, tortoiseshells, Lucy's a tortoiseshell, she said, sometimes tortoiseshells make better only children. Like they just sometimes they're not gonna do well with another cat. But I would want that only child to be Max, really, but I can't keep Max because I'm signed my name in blood, basically, that Lucy's mine. So I had to give up Max. It broke my heart, but I gave him to a friend, So now it's just me and Lucy. And you know, funny thing, surprise, surprise, she had a tendency to bite, like all the time. Suddenly, unexpectedly, you never knew when it was gonna happen, you know, she's like, yeah. I loved her though. I mean, we made do. A friend of mine used to say that Lucy looked like she'd done time. She had kind of this look about her, like, don't mess with Lucy, you know, she was a tough kitty. So I loved her. Anyway, fast forward 13 years. Melissa has now joined the party. We're a little family. And I'm about to graduate. We're both about to graduate from ministerial school. And I'm meditating one day, and I get a download from Spirit. And Spirit, who likes to speak in metaphors to me, said, okay, check it out. You two, you and Melissa are about to embark on your ministry. You can approach your ministry one of two ways. You can approach your ministry like you did when you were getting Lucy, where you were doing it on your time schedule when you wanted it, right? And if you do that, it'll go pretty well. There's a lot of things about Lucy that you enjoy. And if you do it like that, it's going to bite from time to time. Or you can approach your ministry like you did every other cat you ever got, letting it happen on Spirit's time. Now, before I received this download, I had never put that together. I had never thought about the fact that Lucy was the one where I made it happen on my timeline, and it was the most difficult cat-staff relationship I'd ever had, right? Never thought about that before. So that was the first interesting thing. The second interesting thing was a few months after I get this download, Lucy died. Suddenly and unexpectedly. Melissa and I are upstairs. We hear noise downstairs. She's having a seizure. We're like, oh my God, getting ready to take her to the vet, and then she's gone. Which is very much like Lucy, I have to say, you can't predict what I'm gonna do, and I'm out of here. And we found out later she'd had a heart issue, and there's nothing we could have done, and it was good because she didn't suffer, right? She's just like, see ya, you know? So here we are, we're about to start our ministry, and we've been given very specific instructions from Spirit, right? How to proceed, or we're told, you got your two options. So, and we knew what it meant to push and not push. We're creatives, so we're gonna do things. We're not just gonna sit at home all day and twiddle our thumbs. Not that there's anything wrong with twiddling your thumbs, but we're creatives. We're making music, art, books, that kind of stuff. So we're gonna do that. That feels very, in the flow. But when Spirit said don't push, we knew it meant don't try to go out and make things happen and get people to hire you, that kind of part, let that be organic. Did we listen? Well, we got a little freaked out about money because we're starting this new ministry. It's different. How are we going to get paid? What? How are we going to do this? So we made a few calls. And by we, I mean Melissa. Melissa likes the phone. I do not. So Melissa gets on the phone. Hey, hi, this is Melissa Felipe. How are you? I used to come sing at your... You remember me? Yes, hi. Well, I wanted to let you know I'm a minister now. Yeah, I know. It's fun. Yeah, I'm a minister, and I'm doing ministry with my wife band, Z. Oh, yeah, wife band. I call Z wife band. Z is gender rich. whole lot of gender going on. Yeah, so I call Z my wife band. Yeah, they're a minister too. Oh no, there's just one Z. Z uses they, them pronouns because of the gender-rich thing. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you what we're doing. So we're going around and we're doing ministry, and we're speakers and we do music. And music, we do something a little different. So I'm still singing, of course, but Z has joined me now, and Z does spoken word. Hello? Hello? Yeah, it didn't go very well. When we tried to explain this, it didn't work, right? So finally, after about a year plus of trying to make it happen, we said, wait a minute, we're ministers. Maybe we should surrender to Spirit. Not 95%, but 100%, actually listen to Spirit and do what Spirit has asked us to do. What a concept. Yeah, let's try that at least. So we did. We let go of the striving. We're going to let Spirit lead it. And not all at once, but little by little, more and more, we start to receive calls because people have heard about us or seen us. And they want us to come and do things, including things that we had decided we don't like. We were like, oh, we don't do retreats. We don't do workshops. We get asked to do retreats and workshops, and we love doing retreats and workshops. Okay. Well, so that's happening. And then also we're watching how we're creating things and we're putting things online, and then we go out in the world and we're seeing how the online and in the world thing kind of support each other, It's like this sort of big puzzle coming together. And people would say, wow, your business plan, your marketing strategy, whatever, it's so smart. And we'd be like, thanks? This Spirit this is all Spirit, it's not us, right? Spirit is so much smarter than we are. But yeah, sure. And then, there's this metaphor for faith, faith is, it's really foggy and you're driving and you can only see as far as the lights will show you, right? And that's faith. Well, we couldn't even see that far, really. It was just, we just really didn't know what we were doing and how to get there. So we really had to get out of the driver's seat and just let Spirit drive, because we couldn't see what we were doing. And because of that, it just created this deeper, richer relationship with Spirit and dependence on Spirit, right? So at the same time, all this surrendering's going on, I'm back home. I'm in Ohio visiting my parents, and Melissa runs into a friend of ours when she's shopping, and the friend says, hey, by any chance, do you want a cat? And Melissa said, well, as a matter of fact, we love cats, but we don't have one. Long story. So Melissa sends me a picture of this cat. And I'm in Ohio, and I look at this cat, and I say, that's our cat. That's our cat. And then later that night, I get a download from Spirit that says, that cat's name is Max. And I said, no, all-knowing, infinite oneness, you don't understand. That cat can't be named Max, because I already had a cat named Max. I had to give him away. No. The next day, Melissa calls me, and she says, this is going to sound weird, but I keep getting that cat's name is Max. But that's crazy, right? So Max came home to live with us. And not surprisingly, he is the most amazing cat I've ever had. He's like a true little spirit buddy, right? He's incredible. He's our ministry mascot. And when I was putting this talk together, I realized why his name was Max. I hadn't gotten it until then, which is, so Max was the more surrendered version, right? Max was the one, didn't have to do anything, just came to me easy, right? But I couldn't, because I'd already committed to striving. I had signed my name in blood to strive. I had to let him go. But it's never too late to surrender to Spirit. And so I got a second chance to have Max. So we have a picture of our boy. Right? He can't travel with us in the van because he hates the van, so we bring him with us in spirit everywhere we go. So just look at that guy. So for us, he's this constant reminder of the power of surrender, right? I mean, he really, truly is our ministry's mascot. And when we start to feel scared, when we start to not know what direction we're going and not trust Spirit and start to argue with the all-knowing infinite one that it doesn't know what it's doing, right? We just look in these little guys' eyes, and it reminds us that we're safe, and it reminds us that surrender, building and deepening this relationship with Spirit and deepening our level of surrender is not giving up, it's empowered surrender. Because when we surrender to Spirit, our life gets more and more amazing than anything we could come up with, right? And it doesn't bite. So please repeat after me. Spirit is so much smarter than I am. And it's never too late to surrender to Spirit. And so it is. And I'd like to thank you. And I'd like to invite Ona up now to bless the offering.
Savor this feeling. Savor the joy you feel in your heart right now. And know that if you weren't a member of this community, you wouldn't have had this feeling today. And hopefully you'll take this feeling home with you and it'll last for a very, very long time. I am so grateful to be a member of this community and to have learned all the things I've learned and to anticipate the things I have yet to learn that will make me feel even better. But we need to support our community. We need to keep it going and spread the word and make it contagious to everyone everywhere. So take your offering in your hand, put it to your heart if you like that. And remember that this offering not only blesses you and our center, but it blesses everyone everywhere. Everyone that hears the message, and eventually everyone will, is blessed by this. And we want to keep it going, and we want to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what we do when we obey the law of circulation and prime that pump so that even more will come back to us. And so it is. And now we're going to sing.
Goes around.
And we know this because we have another song by Reverend Nellie NC.
Would you like another song? Okay. One of our favorite examples of the I-thou relationship is the story of Harriet Tubman. So we wrote a song about it.
No matter where your journey's starting from, there is a voice calling you.
True story. When Harriet Tubman first escaped from slavery, she heard a voice that said, "I want you to help free others." Do you know what Harriet Tubman said to that voice? She said, "No." She said, "Not me." She said, "I can't. I can't." But the voice wouldn't let up. It wouldn't let her be. "I want you to help free others. I want you to help free others." Finally, Harriet Tubman, the woman who would be known as Moses, said yes. Yes. Walk by faith, not by sight. Moses walked in the middle of the night, step by step. She followed a voice. She couldn't shut it off. She didn't have a choice. It told her when to move. It told her when to wait. She was walking in its footsteps. She was walking in its grace. It wasn't just her people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight.
You've gotta walk by faith, not by sight, listening every step of the way. Walk on into the night. Let that northern star be your guiding light.
True story. Harriet Tubman, with the help of the Union Army, once freed 750 enslaved people in one day. Can you imagine 750 people? Moses brought them home. The voice of Spirit doesn't mess around. When you listen to that voice, you are never the same. When you listen to that voice, you are free. And it doesn't stop there. You take others with you. The 750 are still alive today. They're your sisters and your brothers in struggle and in pain. They're your doubts and your fears when you say, "I can't," but you can. And you will. When you walk by faith, not by sight. Moses walked in the middle of the night, step by step. She followed a voice. She couldn't shut it off. She didn't have a choice. It told her when to move. It told her when to wait. She was walking in its footsteps. She was walking in its grace. It wasn't just her people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight.
You've gotta walk by faith, not by sight, listening every step of the way. Walk on into the night. Let that northern star be your guiding light. No matter where your journey is starting from, there is a voice calling you, yeah, taking you home. You've gotta
Walk by faith, not by sight. Moses walked in the middle of the night, step by step. She followed the voice. She couldn't shut it off. She didn't have a choice. It told her when to move. It told her when to wait. She was walking in its footsteps. She was walking in its grace. It wasn't just the people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight.
Walk on into the night. Let that northern star be your guide.
It wasn't just her people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight. Matt and Mo,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
There's a place in me right now that just kind of wants to break into Karen Drucker's "I am so blessed." Thank you, Melissa and Z. It's over 20 years ago I met Z in Sonoma County when I had the center in Petaluma, and it's been just amazing to watch you evolve over the years and to meet your new partner and baby, and I just appreciate the way you've supported my ministry, and I trust that we can support your ministries in the same way. Thank you so much. we have announcements, and I've got a new phone, and my old phone had a little place that you could put headphones in so that you couldn't get feedback from it, and the new one doesn't have that. So I'm getting this little shadow voice coming up from below. But it's announcement time, and this is the, oh, and I just lost it again. It's birthday Sunday. It's birthday Sunday. So if you have a birthday in the month of November, and in fact, if your birthday is today, Carol Angus, would you please stand? Not just Carol, but all other November birthdays. Oh, come on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now. God, I love these guys. Woo! Okay, and the way they've done the split screen and mine won't even turn, so okay, it's men's coffee on Tuesday, 10:30 at 5th Street Market, Alon Brothers Coffee. If you're a guy and you aren't working on Tuesdays, get your butt over there and enjoy them at 10:30 in the morning and have a nice visit. Sandy Chavez is still doing her going to be book study group for women of a certain age. If you are interested in helping pick out a book, please be there on Tuesdays from 1 to 3 p.m. This Friday, the 11th, or pardon me, well, it is this Friday. It is this Friday. It's my ex-husband's birthday, but it's also game night online. So forget about Al, he's gone. He died a few years ago. Anyway, Kathy Day hosts that online every week. Go to our website, csleugene.org, and check it out, how to get on there and how to link up with it. And it's always a lot of fun, and we're working on that. Next Sunday, after the service, we're having a concert of the favorites. We are having Haley Loren, Marty Csle, Timothy Patrick, Linda Lundry Starr, Matt Mo Paul, and a saxophonist for a concert at 12:30. There'll be 15-minute sets of everybody, and we're asking $20 to 100. But then the money is to help the production team to get a new soundboard, to get new lighting, so that we can become a performance venue here. So please support this. Bring your friends. This is an opportunity to say, okay, you don't even have to church with me this Sunday. Just come afterwards for the concert, because it's going to be so good you won't want to miss it. And then we can say, well, our music program's like that every Sunday because they're all our regulars. There's many opportunities to serve, especially on the production team and as a greeter and in the social hall to help us do Sunday gatherings. So please contact the office if you have any ability. And I want to invite Melissa and Z back up here. They are... you may have noticed in the lobby, when you came in the foyer, there was a table out there. I would like you to take bits of them home with you.
Not our body parts.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah.
call it. So we are online and traveling ministers because Spirit told us that's what we should do and not have a brick and mortar center. So we have what we call our Oh My God Life mini mall out there. And it helps support us. It helps support us go around and do our thing. We're ending a 2-month tour right now. We're planning a 4-month tour in the spring to go around. So we have all kinds of cool stuff. We have fridge magnets, and we've written 2 books so far, and classes and all kinds of stuff. And
We have a mailing list that is free. And if you sign up for our mailing list, you will receive 2 videos every month that it's all free, but 2 videos a month that we create. There's prayers, and affirmations and prayers and music videos and little
Guided
message videos
meditations.
and meditations. That's what I
What
can
about
do.
their birthday?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then the best thing. So I think this, I always save this for last. So thank you for the cue. Right on time. I think this is our favorite thing that we do. And I think some other people would agree that it's their favorite thing that we do. So every year, we write and record a new happy birthday song, and we make a video of that song, and we send it to our friends who are on our mailing list on the morning of their birthday. And it's really, I have to say, it's pretty fun. What? Oh, it's your ringtone.
cool.
Oh, now we have graduated elevator.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're a ringtone.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So you get that if you put your birthday in there, and don't bother with the year. It won't take the year anyway. So you can make up what year you would like to have been born. But we will be in touch that way. And thank you so much. We love you.
Thank
We
you
just
again,
love
Reverend
y'all.
Linda, for having us. Thank you, Matt and
Mo.
Mo. Thank you, John and Kathy, sound team. Thank you all for being here. We really, really appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the featured artists are here today. Oh, yeah. Well, let's. Meredith and Kimmer are here today, the people who did the beautiful artwork here. So if you'd like to talk to them and know more about what they did, you guys will kind of stand over here and people can come and talk to you. That's awesome. Thank you, Ellen, for making that happen. We're running a little over. Ona, would you please do a brief intro of the practitioners, and then Melissa and Z have a special closing song for us.
Oh, good. So you know practitioners study for a very long time to be able to help you see the truth about who you are and see the forest for the trees. So if all the practitioners would stand so you can see who we are, and would you say your names? And Ona Chambers. Well, don't you two want to? Oh, no, I guess you're not regular practitioners. So some of us will be standing around by the windows. If we don't have something else to do, I will be up on the stage for Miracle Minutes after the service. And now you've seen who we are, so you have no excuse. Please use us. Thank you very much.
Okay, we have one more
Ona.
closing song. We'd love you to sing with us, and the word that you're going to sing is
Yes.
everybody
It says
already?
up there.
Oh,
They're brilliant.
wow,
though.
y'all
You're
are really
brilliant.
good.
All right.
That was really impressive. This is so funny. Like, how did you do that? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, yes. The verse goes like this. I say yes to the greatest good you have for me. Yes to this good, and I let it bless me. All of the good that you wanna bring, I allow it, and I say yes. This is the easy part. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes, yes, yeah, yes. I say yes to the greatest good you have for me. We'll say joy. Yes to this joy, and I let it bless me. All of the joy that you wanna bring, I allow it, and I say yes. What do you say? I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, yes, yes. yes, yes. I say yes. After
Here we
Z.
go. So much good,
So much good.
right on time.
Right on time.
I can take it,
I can take it
'cause it's mine.
'cause it's mine.
Spirit's gonna give it,
Spirit's gonna give it,
and I'm gonna get it,
and I'm gonna get it.
'cause I
'Cause
align
I align
with the divine.
with the divine.
Yes, I align
I align
with the divine.
with a divine. All of the good that you wanna bring, I allow it, and I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes. Yes. I say yes. 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 Yes, 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 yes. I say yes. Yes. Have an awesome day.